What's going on? We live, we back. Another movie review. Prey, the Predator prequel, Hulu. Let's go.
It's time.
It knows how to hunt. I know how to survive. Whatever did this, I can kill it.
What's going on? What's going on? We are back. We are live. Prey. This is definitely the ones I was looking forward to. Predator prequel. I heard a lot of things about this before they had dropped this. It was supposed to be called Skull, if I'm not mistaken. But just hearing the director, I like 10 Cloverfield Lane, the first half and the middle, the end. But anyway, hearing the director who did this, he did have a good familiarity as far as just female characters. He had a very strong female character in 10 Cloverfield Lane, so I was very much looking forward to this. But not just that, it's the fact that they doing it with Native Americans, Comanche, and the fact that they doing it. And by the way, they do have this in subtitles as far as the language. So you can watch it in that way or watch it in English, either way, which I think that's good. But before we jump completely into it, got to go back a little bit. Predator franchise, the first Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I'm saying? Soldiers. This was more of an action film at the beginning, but then it got more to the horror element towards the end when he started taking everybody out on some slasher shit. And my nigga Danny Glover, who wanted that smoke. Even after he thought Jamaicans was killing everybody, when he found out it was an alien from space, he didn't give two shits. I still want to come after him. He killed my homeboy. And of course, we got the whole Predators, Lawrence Fishburne, a couple other people, Adrian Broder, Danny Trejo. This was pretty decent. It wasn't that bad, honestly. But they kind of tried to rehash that, especially last scene in the original Predators, and bringing in new Predators and dog Predators and all of this. It just wasn't the one. And then, of course, 2018, The Predator. No. We won't talk about that.
Well, I have not seen any of those.
Not even Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, sir. Nope. I have not seen any of those. I get the cultural references because it's shoved down my throat via the internet. That's
I don't
it.
believe you. Ain't no the
I'm
hell.
not to you. It's so weird because I've seen a lot of films, but like shit like this, like shit that's wildly popular, never seen it. Because I told you
No.
this is not my type of movie. Like
I
it's
get it. I got you. But come on.
action
Even if it
monsters.
ain't your
Like
movie, it's like when you, even as a child coming up, it's like this movie comes on, it's like somebody watching it. You might not even be watching it, but it's just on it. You like, I catch it. Oh, okay. I don't know.
nope, 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 never seen it.
Like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm probably gonna do a poll. Should we start a new segment or possibly a new show? And the D ain't seen this. I'm serious. Like we gonna do something. I'm trying to. That's why I said the live watch parties and stuff. We gotta do something because then we gonna get to be on these movies, and we already about to get close to Halloween. Y'all probably like, nigga, you got September. No, I got one more month.
Yo,
It's coming up.
yo. Look, it's so funny because people be like, "Ain't September your birth month?" I be like, "Yeah, but it's at the end, so I be ready for Halloween."
Oh yeah.
Like I be trying to rush through September to get to my day.
But yes, Nadia, this is her first Predator movie as far as the prequel Prey, which in a way it kind of works for her because in an order fashion, this is the first one. She can go watch the 1987 version of Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is technically, if we go in order, now that they released this one, that's after this one. Since this was first set in the time when the Predator first comes to Earth.
I'm just
I mean,
ahead of my
hey,
time. I'm ahead of y'all. See, I'm watching it in order. Anyway,
okay, I'm gonna let you get that one off. I was trying to help you. But anyway, jumping into Prey, definitely was looking forward to this. We are introduced to a character called Naru, right?
Don't get me lying. I was trying to read the French, which
Okay, Tony.
I'm okay with it.
Shout out to Tony coming through. Nadia, you're not alone. I've seen Predator, and Prey, but I haven't still finished Predator 2, and I ain't seen the Predator. Okay. So we got somebody who ain't seen all of them. Shout out to Tony for
See?
coming through. This, honestly, before we even finish, bro, this is probably my favorite one out of the franchise besides the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. But even going back and watching that Arnold Schwarzenegger one, this might be my favorite out of the franchise. Honestly, I love this movie. This was the one. This shit was good. Because honestly, for me, I think Predator 2 with Danny Glover was probably my favorite after the original. Then was my two favorite. I don't mention Alien vs. Predator. You ain't see me talk about it even when I mention the original ones. So, nah, I don't do that. We don't even do Alien vs. Predator. But we are introduced to a character called Naru, Native American, part of the Comanche. My bad if I hope I'm not saying that name wrong. Comanche. I think it's Comanche, though. But she's training because she's wanting to be a hunter. And she's pretty much out doing these little technical moves or whatever, but she's trying to start off with soft prey as far as like rabbits, deers, or whatever. But it's really what catches her attention when she starts to notice something in the sky, or starts to hear something in the sky. And when she starts to look up the sky, she noticed this like shadowy figure coming through because once again, we're talking camouflage, cloak, predators. We familiar with predators. We know what they got going on. They're able to turn shit invisible. But being that we getting introduced to this new character, she don't know what's up, but she's seeing this strange ass thing in the sky. And come on, like you see fire, you see some type of engine running, something is running, something is malfunctioning in the sky, and this ain't clouds. And that's pretty much what she's seeing. Shout out to the bot coming through. Let me get you up out of here. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a shout out. Being that this is your first movie, how did you feel getting introduced to this new character, Naru?
uh, I mean, I was cool with it. I was wanting to see where they was gonna go with her. Like, I figured she was gonna be the main character since they introduced her first, and
Apologies for the name of the
ish,
dog I don't got, but I'm going to make sure I
bruh.
mention this dog. This dog is
That,
very heavily consistent in this movie, and he's very tactical with my girl. I'm just saying,
hey,
they know how to maneuver. Talking about it ain't just about training; it's about the bond that they
trust,
have.
man,
Yes,
trust.
but moving forward, this is set around the time of 1719 in the northern Great Plains. Like I said, this setting is the Predator's first introduction to Earth. And we are introduced not only to Naru, but we introduced to her brother, Tabu, or Tabi, or Tabe. I think it's Tabe if I'm not mistaken. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section. But if I'm not mistaken, it's Tabe. But they pretty much are having a conversation as far as her wanting to be a hunter. She wants to be a full-on hunter. And it's more about her trying to prove herself within not only her brother, but she looks up to, but it's within her people, letting her know how strong she is, because probably within what they got going on, most of the women are not out here running with these guys as far as hunting and doing what they doing, which they do hunting for a living. Like I said, this is 1719. We're talking about Native Americans.
When no grocery store era.
Yo, K Dot,
What up,
what's going
K-Dot?
on, K Dot? Make sure y'all go check out K Dot channel, YouTube channel. I think he did a Prey review earlier live. I was at work, so I didn't get a chance to really check it out. So I'm gonna try to check out that replay though. Definitely shout out K Dot. But
But yeah, they out here trying to live and survive off the land with the land. So I mean, like for women, like back then, you had gender roles.
we
You
gonna
go
talk
make
about it because we
baskets
hear y'all
and
out
you
here.
pick
I definitely
berries.
heard y'all. Is this the woke Prey? Because a woman coming through, not only
Oh
a
my
woman,
God,
I
they
think it was more than
rich.
that than anything, because I think nobody was really so much heavy on the Native American thing, because a lot of people were saying, why did her brother beat the Predator? The brother should have been able to beat the Predator. We're going to talk about all that. But I'm just saying, I love this character, Naru. I love her. She's strong. And at the beginning, you can see just her presence, that I was ready to follow. This is a character I cared about. That was more important than anything. But even when we introduced her brother, I love the fact that we getting characters as far as a Predator movie that we cared about, that I'm engaged with. I'm ready to follow these individuals. But moving forward, we get a situation where a lion, once again, we're talking about the environment these people are in. They are surviving, like I said, hunt to live, but we got to remember they're in an environment where they're surrounded by animals, nature. This is where they...
Nature is reminding our ass,
What?
man, you been seeing all these bears?
It ain't just bears. These niggas got to chase a lion. A lion has came and took one of their
Bruh,
people, attacked
I'm
them, not
sitting
just
here
attacked
like,
them, but took them.
look, me and my logical mind, I'm like, they talking about a mountain lion, right? Because
It
this
is.
is America.
Um,
This is North America. There are not lions in North America.
And shout out to Prey, because I know we come here for Predator, but a lot of these animal attacks in this movie, goddamn, was like,
Hey.
whoa. We're going to get to it, but yeah, I enjoyed a lot of these animal, not attacks necessarily, but just the whole thing with them engaging in combat with the animals. Because we, like I said, I ain't got a whole animal attack movie in a long time. Speaking of, we got one coming out this month, which I don't know if you've seen it yet, but your boy Idris Elba, String a Bell off the Wire.
Oh yeah, what that line that
Yes.
lion movie. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, I seen the
Be
trailer.
looking forward to that. We definitely got to do a live review on that. But a lion ends up attacking a village and taking somebody, like full on taking somebody, I'm guessing, for a meal. So this is pretty much putting them in a predicament of going to hunt this lion. And this is Naru's moment to say she wants to prove herself. So they put her in a position to say, you going to kill this lion. We're going to get this your task, as far as her brother anyway. Because everybody else not really feeling her. As far as the guys that's with her brother. They ain't really, they hate. They hate.
Like, go pick some berries and make some baskets.
This is kind of that position of saying, you a woman. Go be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
This is what
That's
they
what
were
they
doing.
was saying. That's what I'm like. We get that. So why people got to say that it's woke? Like, why can't that just be a part of the plot? Damn,
Definitely
everybody
can't.
ain't trying to be woke.
The brother wasn't no dummy though. He had
No.
man when he came. Man, we're gonna get to it. The brother wasn't stupid. Yo, K-Dot, have you ever seen The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio? Yo, that bear was giving me those vibes. If you ever seen the Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio, which we gonna get to this, we gonna get to the bear. But yes, they pretty much on a mission to go find this lion. And once they start to go on this certain mission, it's Nari who starts to come across certain things. And this is where we kind of get our little introduction, first introduction to the Predator. Not really though, because this nigga is pretty much cloaked out. He invisible somewhat throughout the first half of the movie.
It's time.
My bad, y'all.
See, when I first saw that, I was like, but why? And my husband was like, that's just something that predators do. They trophy hunters. And I was like, oh, see,
Shout out
he was schooling me on, my husband was schooling me on like typical predator behavior. And because I've never seen a predator movie. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I'm like, why you got to do all that? It was
But see, that's the thing. Because he immediately started going after, as far as animals that were attacking smaller prey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the movie kind of leads into throughout the movie, as far as with Nari. But it's really what he does as far as the rattlesnake. This rattlesnake is on the attack. So that's the predator.
Foresee threat.
Yeah, that threat. But it's Nari who come across this skinned ass snake. Because of course the predator, going with the mythology of the predator and the lore of the predator, which I'm somewhat familiar with, this nigga likes to take your skin, likes to take your skull, likes to take your spine and your head. Like he likes to take that and skin you, hang you upside down.
Trophy.
And what's up?
It's a trophy.
Yeah. But this is the first time the predator's coming down. And that's what I wanted to say too. I kind of feel like this was somewhat of the predator kind of getting in that mode of training too. Like it was kind of trying to get an understanding of, because this was the first time the predator is on Earth. So
Yeah, so
it's
it's
coming
like
across.
creature trying to harm
Yes,
me. I take you.
and I
Trophy.
was almost
I don't
all
know.
right.
I just trying to get a predator words.
The Predator
I
ain't
don't
talking
know.
about shit. He just yelling. But it was almost like throwing it back and forth between Nari and this Predator, because it's like, I know we don't get too much with the Predator, but is the Predator trying somewhat to prove itself to its other counterparts, same way as Nari, as far as going down here trying to hunt for the Predator, the same way the Predator is out here doing his hunts. I'm just saying, as far as that whole collaboration and what they are doing, that's what I was kind of taking from it. But when Nari comes across this skinned snake, this is where she kind of gets into this mode of letting her brother know, like, something is off, something ain't right. This ain't no lion. Like, lions don't do this. And this is where she's trying to warn him. Well, she don't necessarily get a chance to warn him, but this is where she's kind of warning the brothers' counterparts, the brothers of the people that's with him, and they really not trying to hear nothing she's saying, because they didn't even want her to come anyway. So this is where she's pretty much noticing things, like shout out to K-Dot, who said she is the brains, because she was the one that's thinking.
My bad.
You good. I noticed she was out, and I was going to keep it holding down. You already know. Like I said, I'm going to hold it down. But after that situation, as far as Nari coming across the snake, it's where we get our confrontation with this damn lion. This is our first animal scene. And like I said, the animals had a very good impact and a big impact on this movie before we really get down with the whole Predator and everything. And shout out to the nigga sitting there trying to talk all his shit to Nari, like, when you come across this lion, it's very deadly. He talking all this shit, just talking, and out of nowhere the lion grabbed his monkey ass.
Just snatch. First of all, did he live? Because I feel like that was not confirmed or denied.
I think he did, because if I'm not mistaken, he was the one that was running with her in the wood. I could be
I
wrong,
don't
but
know.
he looked
I
like the
don't
same
know.
one, because they never
I
showed no body or nothing. You right, they never
Yeah.
did.
I'm
So I
like
think he did live, because just
that
like
that.
the person they came across when they first found out he was injured,
Yeah,
she
I know
mentioned
he
this.
lived. I know he lived because of the medicine. But no, like yeah, he just
Nah, it
came
wasn't
and
just that though.
just yoinked him out the tree, like nigga.
This was kind of like her first warning when she said this lion would have killed him, but she left him be because the lion was running from something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think this what happened too with this situation, where the lion and the predator was already there, but it's like the predator sitting there examining, like, oh, so we got another individual that's coming after somebody, and he trying to see who the prey and the predator, so he could challenge the prey, or well, the predator.
Mm-hmm.
Just so happened to be this lion, and this is that damn vicious ass lion, Lion King.
Hell yeah.
This ain't Scar, but see happens, and I seen this and I watched this and I was like, because later on it's like reference that she didn't kill a lion, but if I'm not mistaken, she before she fell, she did throw the stick or the rap stick she had, and
Yeah,
she did hit him.
her brother said, you helped me because you wounded it. Or something like that. She say something. She helped him.
But I see
Her
it right here. I don't know if y'all can see the image, but in that scene, she throws the rap, the stick or whatever she got, and she hits him.
spear.
Yeah, the spear. She hit him. So I'm thinking if she didn't kill him, she definitely had something to do with it being injured or whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out to the bot, still trying to make his way through. You must really like me because you was coming through on the damn uncut install. Get your ass out of here.
Get alive.
Don't forget to subscribe. But anyway, in this moment, she does end up falling and pretty much blacking out after her whole battle with the lion. They ended up grabbing the nigga that was trying to talk shit to her. I'm just he wasn't really talking shit, but he was trying to intimidate her more than anything. He was trying to intimidate her. Like, you
I
better
feel
watch
like
out
they
for this
was trying
lion.
to
And he
like
was
scare
screaming and
her.
shit. He's screaming his ass off when that lion grabbed him.
Nigga, what you doing for lion crash?
And she had to come save his ass. He did. He lived. She saved him. She immediately started chasing after his ass. But after that situation, her brother just so happens after she wakes up or whatever, comes back with the lion, beheaded. somewhat similar to the Predator. And you know what he does, taking the head off, taking the spine or whatever. And it's so many similarities. And I think that's why they went to this route as far as the story, bringing the Native Americans in as far as doing what they're doing and the Predators. I always remember Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of went to those routes as far as using the environment in that first movie when he couldn't use his weapons or whatever. He had to put that black shit on. He started using the goddamn the trees or whatever as far as fighting against the Predator because he couldn't use his guns or whatever. He ain't had nothing else. So coming from this, it's kind of Nari being in a position of seeing her brother coming through pretty much taking out the lion, and she feeling like I could have did this, or I feel like I had something to do with this. But her brother pretty much telling her like, nah, you ain't ready. I had to carry you back. Like, nah, you not ready. You need to fall back.
I mean, he's not lying. She had the right tactics to take the lion down, but she didn't have the execution. She didn't execute it properly. And then the fact that she could have died, because I mean, or major concussion.
It's more to it than that, because she's sitting there trying to tell him that she feels like it's not just this lion, it's something else out there. It's something else out there, and it's like nobody's trying to really listen to her. And that's more important than anything. That's where she's trying to get to the point of.
Yeah.
So moving forward, Nari pretty much says, I'm gonna go out here and hunt this thing. I'm gonna prove to y'all not only that I'm capable of hunting, but I'm gonna prove to y'all that there's something else out here besides this lion that's out here.
Yeah, it was frustrating me because I'm like, so okay, I know it's 17, 19, whatever, but like, y'all just don't believe people when they say they seen shit. Like, how often do people say that they saw shit that, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know if it's this dead. I think it's just like I said earlier, the whole thing with the woman thing, but not just that. They so used to this certain lifestyle and being to the fact that just watching him behead this lion that came in and attacked their village, just like, man, what are you talking about? We got up this guy. You seen what he just did? Ain't nothing else. Nah.
I guess because it's like we only know what we see, and if we don't see anything, then it's not there.
And you got to remember the type of environment that they already used to and what they done came across. Like when this lion came, it wasn't like it was like, oh my God, there's a lion here. It was like, oh shit, a damn lion again. Let's go get him. Like,
oh yeah, you missed the key point at the beginning.
Shout out Ultraviolet. Appreciate you coming through.
Hey.
That's how I'm feeling, Ultraviolet. Honestly, that's how I'm feeling. True. Shout out to Ultraviolet, man. Make sure you try to come through. We do this 600 sub giveaway. You definitely been coming through showing support. But moving forward.
Oh no, you missed the point at the beginning when the dog foot got caught in the trap, and it was like, who's setting these traps? Because I like I said, I didn't know Predator lore, so I'm like,
the Predator was setting those traps though. Well, we gonna get to that, and that's confusing though. That is a little confusing because I'm like, we gonna get to that. Because I'm gonna say who I feel like, not who I feel like, but who I think, who I already know was setting those traps. We know who was setting those traps.
Mm-hmm. But at the beginning, when the dog's foot get caught in it, we don't know. And I was like, is Predator setting traps? Like, that's so arbitrary.
But it's still confusing. You still right. It's still confusing.
Because it was just thrown in there. Well, yeah.
Oh my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I said, Nari's pretty much out to prove that it's not only something out here, but she can be a true hunter. She wants to be this hunter, a fishing hunter. It's the thing she's coming across, though. Like I said, not only the fact that she came across this skinned snake, but now she's seeing this green-ass blood, neo green blood.
Hey, so has their blood always been green? Or
yes.
Like, okay, I'm about to say, was Hulu like trying to sneak their color into this movie?
See, that's how I know. Yeah, you ain't watched none of these. You right.
See, I told
shout out to Hulu because that's a good little goddamn, you know what I'm saying, promotion strategy. Yeah, y'all got y'all. That's Disney though. That's really Disney. But anyway,
We know.
Shout out to Nadia pointing that out. I wasn't even noticing the whole green thing. But yeah, little murder. But P Valley. But she is noticing this green blood. But not only that, she's noticing these skinned buffalo. Are they skinned buffalo or
Yes.
okay? I was
Buffalo,
about to say, 'cause I
bison,
was like,
whatever you want to
damn,
call. Yeah, so I was like, who
that was
took the
petty a little bit,
skin?
Predator. Cause it's like he's like, damn, I'm too y'all too heavy to hang upside down, but I'm still gonna skin y'all ass. Like,
But did the predator do that?
You better start listening and stop playing.
Oh,
you're
so
not gonna tell
you missed another key point. Okay.
who did this. Who skinned buffalo? You know it was multiple buffalo that was skinned.
Yes, and they were all in traps. They were all trapped.
Are you? Y'all can let me know. She might be. You might be right about something. I hope you're not. I'm sorry. I'm on my mic Epps.
You missed the key point.
I
They
hope you don't
said
get it. I hope you don't get. No, don't do me like this. K-Dot, don't. Oh my goodness. Cause
You
I'm like,
missed
wait a
it.
minute. They skinned them though like that.
Yeah.
But
Did you see how
that's
many
still
men
confusing
it
though.
was?
We're gonna get to it. That's still confusing. This nigga is.
No.
This ain't the future. How did they know about the
What are you talking about?
How did they know about this alien creature coming to Earth?
They
That don't
didn't
make
know
sense.
that. They didn't.
So
Or
what did they
unless it happened in their country. You gotta remember these are Frenchmen.
I gotta get to it. Y'all can maybe explain the shit to me. Maybe I'm thinking
You
I'm all
lost.
I know the
It's
little bit of
okay.
Lord of Predator, but now you got her coming in. She just watched the first prequel. Nah, you ain't gonna do me like that, indeed.
Whatever.
No. It wasn't boring. I like the setup. This was a build up. Ultraviolet. I like the build up. Yeah, see, that's a build up. When everything start happening all at once, we ain't got no character development. So then you run straight into something, and then we ain't got nobody we care about. I like that build up. Come on, Ultraviolet. See, you was doing good.
Yo, I
Ultraviolet.
thought it was weird that the meat was left there though too. I was like, they didn't take the meat.
That's what K-Dot. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna get to it though, K-Dot. That's what I don't understand. How did they know all of this? What's going on? That I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. But yes. Besides my girl out here, Nari out here hunting and coming across these traps that I guess the French said the predator ain't skinning buffalo, the French skinning buffalo, but multiple buffalo.
They had buffalo skins at their camp, but okay.
The predator still out here. I mean, he wants to smoke with everything, not just people. He wanted with the animals, and every type of predator he come across, as far as snakes or wolves. And once he see a certain individual get chased, or he see that predator coming after him, he wants him. Like, let me see what you got. Let me see that. And that's once again where I come back to the reference of feeling like the predator was kind of training too, like trying to prepare himself. Like, damn, I know it's always the sport of the hunt or whatever, but it's like it kept trying to go after bigger and bigger type of animals or people. It kept going after something more tougher and more grand or whatever as far as the predator. He fucked his wolf up.
Yeah, he did.
But the predator, man, we gonna get to it. Ooh, man, you a cheating ass nigga. We gonna get to it though. We gonna get to it as far as the predator. You gonna get to it. He's a cheating ass nigga. Besides that, after the predator is done skinning this wolf, my girl Nori, she's pretty much on a little adventure. To me, like I said, this is side plot build up. It's almost like her training process, but it's not only that. We're seeing how she uses the environment around her when she's in certain predicaments. She comes across not quicksand, I guess, but what is that shit?
Where hell I don't know, but I was mad because it started giving me flashbacks of that damn never-ending story when the horse got caught in there, and I was
started
just
thinking
like,
about old buddy who got caught in the rocks. We haven't seen it, where he got I don't know if you ever seen. It's called like 72 Hours or some shit like that.
I know what you're
But
talking about.
okay,
He had the yeah, bruh. And then when she first did her Western like that, I was like,
yeah,
Mortal. It made
training.
me think of Mortal Kombat. I was like, come
Oh,
here, get
I
over
didn't think about
here.
Mortal Kombat. Man,
I'm sorry.
you good. That's a good reference though. It is. Hey, I'm sorry.
That's what it made me think
Is his name
of.
Night Wolf?
Who?
The Mortal Kombat character you talking about?
Scorpion.
Oh, you. Oh, I'm talking about. I think. Oh, my bad. My bad. But it's a character I think called Night Wolf. But I get what you're talking about because what she was doing with the axe or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I got what you're talking about. But yeah, her training process or whatever. She's still at her training while she's still trying to as far as hunt, and she actually ends up getting this to work because she ends up catching a bunch of rabbits if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yes, when she come across this little quicksand, this actually comes into handy. What she done with this spirit, or well, this axe or whatever, as
X.
far as adding on this not rope but trees type of shit that's really strong. Once again, using the environment around her. Like,
Yeah.
y'all let me know what it's called. It was what she used to tie that up together because it's very damn strong.
Yeah, to be able to pull her out of that. Yeah. Because it looked thin and frail, but it pulled her out. It
But
held
I
her
enjoyed
body
this
weight.
moment. It was good
It
intense for
gave
me
me,
because
it
I gave
gave
me
me
goddamn
anxiety.
paranormal. Yes, like I'm
Oh
sitting,
my God.
like
It
what would you
gave me
do in that
anxiety.
situation? And you get sucked down, and every time she moved, the more she moved, and the more she put something into trying to throw that what's her name out to get it caught, she would go down even farther.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, this is when she come across this goddamn bear after she gets out the mud and get herself cleaned up. Man, Reverend. If you have not seen Leonardo DiCaprio versus a bear in the Reverend, you need to check it out. But once again, shout out to the dog because it's me in the way they able to communicate with each other without saying anything, but just the way I get. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the Native American language or the Comanche way or how she's able to do it in her as far as her connection with the dog. But whenever she send him on a mission or want him to do something, he own it. And they
Mm-hmm.
sitting there sending signals to each other, waiting for this bear to come up, and she like, go run. So you can throw the bear off to get him to chase you. But it's after that where that dog like, okay, I did my job, and that dog start running back, like, okay, this nigga's coming. You gotta do something. I ain't about to he coming. This is one of my favorite scenes right here as far as Prey, because this is where Nari, not only is she in narrow escape as far as this bear, but this is where she come across the actual predator. She don't exactly see him because this nigga's still in his cloth as far as being invisible. But this is where we get a very good fight scene. And this is, like I said, kind of making me feel like the predator was somewhat in some training. And this is where we get the predator and the bear fight, which I wasn't expecting to go the way it went.
I make a motherfucker say, oh yeah, I'm cold as a lion with no hair. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear, cause that bitch gonna need it. And I'm home in.
Yo, that bear wanted all the smoke too. He wanted all the smoke too with the predator. It didn't matter if he could see him or not. And the predator was kind of goddamn thrown off guard. Like, I think I'm going to come to do this bear like I did this wolf. Hell no. That bear wanted to smoke. And we got to remember, this nigga's still invisible. But the bear,
Yeah. The bear thought he was ready and no that yeah.
ultra violent. How we getting better fight scenes in a Predator movie than we getting in Mortal Kombat movie? Hey, somebody need to go holler at my man who directed Prey. Tell him to go slide over there to that Predator. I mean, that Mortal Kombat sequel. I'm just saying, it's wet mud. Nah, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Nah, that wasn't just wet
Ultraviolet.
mud. That was more than it.
Oh yeah, the dog was definitely here. Shout out to Lou Boy. Appreciate you coming through. Oh no, the dog wasn't running away. It was tactical. The dog like, okay, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna run this bear off, and then I'm coming back, and you're gonna have to do something. You got the bow and arrow. They would use it. Nah. Shout out to Lou Boy. The dog wasn't gonna leave her though. The dog was loyal. He was very loyal. But yes, after this little situation with the bear and the Predator, goddamn, somewhat getting his ass whooped, because throughout this movie, the Predator ain't like some unstoppable type of creature. Like, he getting the business somewhat here and there. But it's really after this scene, as far as her getting away from this bear, after she actually sees this Predator, when she come back across her people or whatever. But this is really her brother's people, and they pretty much trying to take her back. But she ain't trying to hear that shit. As far as Nari, she trying to tell them like, yo, I done seen the shit that I was talking about. I'm trying to tell y'all that this shit is out here as far as this, whatever it is. She don't know if it's an alien. She don't know exactly what it is, but she trying to let them know that it's something out here. But once again, they not really trying to hear her. They like, your brother said come home, so bring your ass in. Nah.
Bruh, I wasn't expecting all this. But I'm glad they gave it to us.
I honestly like Nari once again showing you just how fierce she is and just how much she's trying to prove herself. It's not even her just trying to prove herself. She's trying to let you know, like, it's something out here. Like, she told old buddy, who was an asshole anyway, by the way, as far as the dude who kept trying to get in the way, who didn't even want her there in the first place. But this is the scene I really enjoy when she like, fuck y'all, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm out. He like, wait,
Right.
bring your ass here. Come on, you going back. She like, bring your ass here. Okay. She was whooping his ass. It got to a point where she got up, he said, hey, you can go ahead and go if you want to. But they snuck her ass. So she pretty much ends up getting tied up because they trying to make sure that they take her back. But here we once again come across a situation with the Predator. This is that situation in horror movies where we get really into that horror movie element where you got somebody trying to tell you it's something out here. It's something out here. Now, ain't nobody listening to him, though. Ain't nobody trying to hear it. Ain't nobody listening. But then you already know what's about to happen. Of course, invisible ass Predator come out of nowhere because they thinking shit is smooth, shit is sweet. And he ends up killing half of her brother's people. And I mean, not just killing, but taking their ass out. But not without somewhat of a fight. This one thing I really enjoyed about this movie because these Native American people, Comanche, they was tactical. Even when they didn't understand what was going on as far as what this nigga is, this invisible creature, they was ready to go. And they was giving him somewhat of a fight, no matter what was going on as far as his techniques, because one of the most important things as far as Predator, the nigga is invisible. Like, he's invisible. But right. I really enjoyed this fighting choreograph as far as what they did in this movie throughout. With that all being said, he fatality these niggas. It's over immediately. Not without putting up a fight, though. And that's what I'm going to say. They always put up a fight. I didn't like them like that, but they put up a fight. But I ain't like them because the way they were treating her. They ain't believe her. And that's not just them. This is characters throughout horror movies. I hate it when we know something, but y'all not believing this person. Now you're going to get more people killed.
Yeah, because you don't want to listen.
What's going on?
Oh, no. They was not, I was not about to kill that damn dog. They was not going to kill that dog.
Oh, no. Shout out to Lou Boy coming through. Thought the dog was leaving her. I told him earlier, that dog ain't going nowhere.
The dog had to fall back.
I don't know who this. Shout out to who on Facebook. But yes, coming across what she had to deal with, it's really her seeing all her people pretty much being killed, and this is where she pretty much running away. She come across one more individual that just so happened to still be alive, and this is the guy I was talking about who I thought got dragged by the lion, who I thought was still alive. I think that's him. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong, but they on the run. He don't make it. Let's just keep it like that. He don't make it. And this is where she gets caught in a trap. And this is where, not really surprising for me as far as watching the Predator movies, but it might be surprising for you, Nadia. But this is where we kind of get the whole thing with Predator and the way he hunts as far as the lore of the Predator. If you're not intimidating, if you're not a threat, a weapon, seeming like you're about to do anything to cause him harm or anybody else harm, he's probably not going to attack you as far as the Predator. Because we get a situation where Nori is running and she gets caught up in a trap. And shout out to y'all for talking about these traps, because this is similar to the same trap that the skinned buffalo was in. So yeah.
And
but I wasn't necessarily talking about the trap. I was talking about, did they skin the buffalo?
I think that
that's what I'm talking about.
Buffalo. It's the buffalo where it don't, okay. Honestly, it don't matter who set the traps, but the fact that the buffalo were already in traps, they skinned them. Like, I mean, they can't go nowhere. So,
I thought
but then I'm like, why didn't they take the meat?
That's what I'm saying. So you telling me that they skinned them? I think the Predator skinned them.
So did he skin them and just leave the skin, but they took the skin?
No, he took the skin. They didn't have no skin. As far as the buffalo.
But when she gets back to their camp, she's like, so you skinned the buffalo, because they have buffalo skins at their camp.
I gotta see.
Go back and watch that part, because
I'm gonna have to.
That's like one of her lines. She says, "So you skinned the buffalo."
But
I was like, "Oh shit! Did they set the traps too, or did they just find them?" Man.
God damn it! Because you ain't even familiar with the goddamn Predator, Lord.
This
nigga skins. He skins, and I feel like he did that. The Predator skinned these buffalo, and I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch, but I'm gonna stick with that.
She said she asked the Frenchmen because they had the skins.
Once she's caught in this trap, she does notice something, and we don't catch this as far as her noticing this, but I noticed this as far as the Predator coming upon her and not attacking her. He's picking up this trap and noticing that she's trapped, and it's taking you back to pretty much when she was in these situations, as far as, well, not her, but when the Predator was coming after these animals. You seen the snake coming after the mouse. You seen the wolf going after the rabbit. The bear coming after Nari them. Always coming after these predators, coming after these weaker individuals as far as the prey. And it almost seemed like that same situation as far as this. But once Nari is trapped, she come across these Frenchmen that come out of nowhere. And they pretty much trap her, but it's not only that, it's the fact that they got her brother too. This is where my confusion comes in. They are trapping them to lure in the Predator.
So how did they know about the Predator? So, okay, here's my theory. Maybe a Predator had been to France, like landed there. They found it. They followed it back to a ship, damaged the ship, and then, like, I mean, I know the ship would go faster than the sailing, but, like, you know, they followed the ship.
Hold on.
I'm reaching.
Not you. I'm not saying that I'm going back to see something as far as the setting. The Northern Great Plains. Is that near France? I'm just trying to see.
No, that's America.
Okay, then. How the fuck? So if they even got it in France, how the hell they get over?
Like I said, maybe they fucked his ship up and then they followed him from.
What technology they using to follow him?
They sailing.
How did they know this ship was gonna go to America?
Nigga, I don't know. Stars.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Constellations. How did they sail before they had really good maps and GPS? Nigga, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Reaching.
It's just a lot of that was a little confusing. And y'all can let me know in the comment section. But
apparently they've encountered a predator before, and they seen something too when they. I don't know.
Because they already had you right though, because they had these traps set out before the predator had even came down. So was they hunting something else before they got across the predator. But once they get the predator, it's like they already knew this is what they was coming after. I don't know. That kind of was throwing me off because I was like, it didn't throw me out of the movie, but it was like, how did y'all know about? Wait a minute, what's going on?
I'm just mad that they left all that buffalo meat sitting there like that. Like, what the fuck? Y'all can eat that. Have you ever had?
Why?
You ain't never had bison?
I done heard buffalo wings.
That
Brillo the Big
not
Review. Shout out to
about
Brillo.
it.
Definitely make sure y'all check out the TV Commission, which I am, and me and the deal part of the TV Commission. We trying to do some as far as P Valley. Make sure y'all check out Brillo. I think he's doing a live tonight. I'm not sure, but shout out to Brillo the Big Review. Shout out to Pretty Girl Loves Trap Content. Everybody. But yes, they are setting up this trap though. They obviously know something somewhat about the predator. So they set up a trap for Nari and her brother, but they're not familiar as far as how the predator hunts. But Nari is trying to explain this to her brother because her brother is thinking, oh shit, they got us in plain sight as far as the predator. He gonna come after us or whatever. But no, she's trying to tell him, oh shit, I'm getting way too far. She's trying to explain to him, nah, when I was in this trap, he didn't come after me. But really is what the set off is once this nigga actually seems like they think they caught the predator. And it almost pisses him off, basically.
Naru. Naru. Oh yeah!
The predator.
What the fuck did they think they was going? Like I was like, we got him.
I
No,
made
fuck
this
y'all
reference a
don't.
lot,
Did you see
but
that neck?
this nigga was damn near John Wick. Predator, aka John Wick. Headshot, everything. But y'all let me know too. I know this is supposed to be a prequel. That looked like a new weapon the Predator was using as far as that shit he threw on old buddy. That pretty much the wire and shit. It's the way it was used. I hadn't seen it used like that before.
That no more.
I done seen it used as far as like melting through their face, but the way he used it is like this nigga dissolved him. Where was he? He was gone.
I was just like, I was just enjoying the
yes. Once again, the fighting choreograph,
action.
the way they was doing the movement with the Predator, these Frenchmen had no chance, which I was looking forward to. I knew this was about to happen. This was going to be an all-out slaughter. But yes.
Colonizers.
I pretty much feel like after we are fully introduced to the Predator from here on out, it was almost a roller coaster ride from there. Everything was moving full speed ahead because after the Predator pretty much takes everybody out as far as the Frenchman, the sister pretty much lets the brother stay because she's going to try to make the move to get away. But it's when she shows back up to the whole campsite that the Frenchman got up. It's where she turns into goddamn Kill Bill, Black Mamba, goddamn John Wick. I'm like, look at this. I'm sitting here like this. It's this two Negroes, two Frenchmen. She's taking out. Knife, tactical, stabbing back, everything.
Bruh, when I saw
like,
her do that shit, I was like, I gotta learn how to fight with knives, man. I need to.
You remember when she was fighting old buddy as far as the brothers people who was trying to take her home? She wasn't trying to hear that shit, and he had to let her ass go until he snuck her. Mm-hmm. She takes them out. Very tactical. This shit, man, I love this scene. And this scene kept on going. But it's my man, the Frenchman, who kind of had a conversation with her when she was locked up, letting them know about the Predator. And I'm like, see, once again, how did you niggas know about this creature? How did you know?
They gonna need a prequel.
It's something. I don't want to see them, though. I ain't like them. But my man leg is cut off.
Nobody want a colonizer.
He's pretty much asking her somewhat for some help. But not only that, he's pretty much showing her how to load an old times gun. And this gun, we're going to talk about this gun later because it's a reference. But
when
he giving her a gun, and he shows her how to load it or whatever. And this is that old time. It's 1719.
bro,
He's talking about
when
powder.
they started using guns, I was like, oh shit, what year is it? Because as soon as they shot one shot, I was
Imagine
like,
how
oh.
long it took to reload it. She said, "Oh, shit. You got to get the right amount of powder in that bitch too." Like, but it's my man. Don't leave me. We got to. By the way, she's eating some type of flour that's able to stop her heart. But not only that, she gives him the flour.
No. It don't stop your heart. It makes you. It lowers your body temperature, and when your body temperature gets that low, it slows down your heart, but you don't die. It's like putting you in a state of meditation. Like you can naturally do that if you meditate and do your breathing. You can slow down your heart. Yeah.
And maybe I lost, or maybe I didn't catch this, but how did Nari know that the Predator was using thermal as far as the heat vision?
Because he couldn't see him at all. Like, even though he should, because he was like, he
how did she catch on to that, though? Or when did she catch on to
that? After she gave him the flower. Because she was just like, why isn't he attacking him like this? And she was like, he can't see him.
Okay.
So she like, I guess it has to, she knows what the herbs and the flowers do. So she's not, you know what I mean? So it ain't like, oh, thermal. Like she just thought of that shit out of nowhere. She knows that it lowers your body temperature and slows down your heart. So
that's true, because obviously she's used this before in other situations.
Yes. I mean, she's an herbalist.
I love that, man, because it's not only that, too. We got to remember that she has this whole healing process that she uses, as far as what they use, as far as the earth or whatever products that she's using. When she used the guy that got bit up or got ate up, well, not ate up, but got tore up by the lion. But when she gets injured, she's using it for herself or whatever. But my man here, she's like, okay, thank you for letting me show me how to load this gun. I got to go out. I'm going to use you as bait. I love the way my man, don't leave me. Oh, shit. But I'm not going to talk shit about, he was smart. He did whatever he possibly could do at that moment, because it's like, yeah, you right.
That's exactly
there
what
we
the
go.
I mean, he got just slow your breathing down.
And she gave him the flower too.
Yeah.
So she helped him out. It wasn't like, because what was she gonna tell niggas to do? Like, I can't drag your big ass over here. I ain't got time for that. And I don't even like you. So
right.
You could have, if you wanted to really help me, you could have freed me when you were talking to me. I'm just saying. But anyway, this obviously don't work. It's somewhat is working at first though, because the Predator don't really ban them no mind. Like,
don't he step on him or something?
Yeah,
why does he pop
He don't
up?
just step on him. He step on that nigga's good leg and he breaks it. You got to think how tall and how big the Predator is. The nigga like 8'5", probably 450 or some shit. Like all muscle. Like, and then he got all his tactical shit and whatever, and he stuck on his leg, and I think it crushed. So he was like, "Shit, fucking kill me, because this shit hurt." Like, that shit hurt.
Could you imagine somebody stepping on your leg, though?
But he wasn't threatening. But the Predator didn't give two shits.
Shit.
You yell, I heard. Predator paranoid now.
What was
Predator
that?
been smoking. After all the shit he had to deal with the freshman, he hit one, and then he got back on the miss. But anyway, because it's just the way he stabbed him. He ain't had no gun. He was like, oh shit, whoa shit, my bad. After this situation, man, oh my goodness, one of my favorite scenes, if not the scene of the movie. Nari is pretty much hiding out, and she's trying to learn how to do this gun or whatever. But it's when the brother shows up out of nowhere. My bad,
much, not too little.
Man, that scene for me was the scene where I'm sitting there. Like I said, I watched a little bit of work. That's the scene where I'm sitting there like, yeah, go, go, go. I'm jumping up. I had a movie like that for a long time that made me do that, and that's my reaction to this because I was so invested in the brother and sister relationship. The fact that he didn't believe her, but I love the fact that he loved her. He wanted the fact that he was the one that told her, "Come on, I'm gonna put this task into you to chase this lion or whatever, because I do believe in you." But it's their relationship after the fact that they know this predator out here and they tied up together, and he come out of nowhere, he whooping the predator ass. This motherfucker go invisible. I was that brother sitting there. Oh, you bitch ass nigga, where you at? Where you at? You want to smoke?
Exactly.
Where you at? Predator runs. I know I got the shirt on, but you bitch ass nigga. I'm sorry. Whole nigga runs away, hiding, scared. The brother wanted that smoke.
I choose violence.
And he got his ass up out of there, man. And that was one of the scenes where I was like, okay, that to me not tactical. That to me is on some scary shit as far as the predator go. You supposed to be this dominant predator. You supposed to be coming after the most dominant predators, the other predators out here. You went after the bear. You stood up toe to toe with him. You still invisible. But when my man come out of nowhere, pretty much putting the beats on your ass, I'm gonna turn invisible.
Self-preservation.
It was.
Self-preservation.
It is what it is, because the predator, he technically ain't got no rules. He ain't got to fight fair. So I can't sit there and be like, ah, man, come on, dude, you can't be doing this. The predator was damn Drago. You ever watch Rocky 4? He was Drago, steroids and everything. Nigga cheat.
I mean that the sister was very observant because she was like, obviously this is something I'm gonna have to kill. So let me
Even before that
figure
though,
out how it's hunting and find the weakness. And she realized the mask was what was shooting the
we're gonna
arrows.
get to that.
And her brother helped her though, because he's making everything happen. And she like,
Without a
okay, I peeped that.
sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother is killed by the invisible punk ass. And for everybody who's
I
out
was
here
mad.
saying the brother could have took him out, why, this is why they got her being the one to do that. This ain't realistic.
Because she
The
used
motherfucking
logic and
predator. No,
strategy.
it's not that. The predator chose the brother because the brother, the one that came out of nowhere, was giving him the most havoc. He chose him. If he would have turned invisible and went behind the Nari, he could have killed her the same way. It would have been one way or the other, but he chose the brother because the brother was at that time the most fierce one coming after him.
Mm-hmm.
And at that same scene, you see Nari put the gun down. She's not a threat no more. There's no reason to go after her as far as the predator. Shouldn't even have to explain that shit, but y'all goofy ass motherfuckers out here, I love Nari, man. You see the fact, y'all just seen the scene when she came in there and whooped both of these Frenchmen ass. They didn't cut away. That
She
was a
whooped her
one-take
brother's
scene.
friend's ass. Like
Whooped his ass. He got up. You go ahead and go. God damn. Go ahead and go. Snuck her.
Exactly.
But this, not only that, I love the emotion behind this scene because I felt this. I needed this. Thank you. A movie where we sit here behind characters that we behind. And just after that scene where he whooping the predator ass and this is that cheerful scene, like, no, don't kill. No, but we knew this was coming.
Yeah.
And he even telling her and letting her know, like, this was my last, this is it.
Yep. He passed the torch. He was like, you it.
And that's
I
exactly
taught you
what that
well.
is. So same thing you saying as far as Nari. She gets into a tactical mode. This is where it comes down to her knowing she's going to have to take this thing out. And she's somewhat have been studying everything she's seen it do, everything leading up to this point. And now she's feeling like, okay, I am in a position to do this, but not before she come across a Frenchman, somebody who happens to escape. One of the main ones who happened to catch her, the fat nigga, the fat Frenchman. He's trying to get some water. He's pretty much deluded. He don't know what's going on. He just seen this mother take out all his people. But it's her at this moment where she was about to kill him. She about to shoot him. She's like, okay, wait a minute. This is prey. This is bait. Let me run over here to the comments. Oh, shit, this nigga. You gonna make a way. Shout out to the bot. But anyway, I see everybody in here, though. I appreciate y'all coming through. She uses this fat Frenchman as bait, which is one of the most horrific, horrible scenes that I've ever seen. And one of the worst situations you can wake up to as far as rats eating off your leg. This shit took me to the Bone Collector with Denzel Washington, if y'all ever seen
it. That's exactly where my mind went to. I'm like,
oh my gosh, man.
no.
You talking about waking up, they eating this on his leg. And I was like, damn, she chopped his leg off because he had a leg, right? He still had both his legs, if I'm not mistaken. And I was wrong. She chopped his leg off. But once again, we get into a technical mode. She's pretty much going to use him as a threat because he's like, damn, he's a rat. He ain't thinking rational. Rat's eating his leg. He immediately sees this weapon and sees the girl that he had caught earlier, like, okay, let me take your ass out. This is where our predator is still on the prowl. And this is where he's using her, or she's using him. She once again takes this flower that you had mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Here he come with his thermovision, immediately seeing the threat with the gun, the fat Frenchman. And this is her moment where she realizes, well, where she finally figured out how to load the gun because she didn't do it at first when they had a situation going on when he was fighting a brother or whatever.
Yeah, I was kind of mad that she was trying to load the gun. I was like, it's not going to kill him anyway, ma'am.
I mean, if it bleeds, it can be killed.
Yes, but the gun, but I'm talking about, but you're not killing a predator with a gun. But she don't know that, but I get it.
She wasn't thinking like that, I think. Well, at this moment, she had her plan and said, I think.
She had her plan at this moment, but before that.
I know. Okay, my bad. The brother moment when she fighting with the brother. Okay. But at this moment, the predator pretty much walks right past her, going straight to my man who got the gun. And this is where she shoot his goddamn head and knocks his helmet off. And this is where she grabs it. At this moment, this is where I think she had noticed it, though, when she was fighting them and when he tried to aim at the dog, because you forgot the dog started running at the predator before the brother shows up. And when the helmet got knocked off after the brother knocked the helmet off, I think that's where she noticed the helmet in the aim vision or whatever.
Yeah.
Once again, we got to remember, this is not the original Predator helmet. This is still early versions, because this is where I'm saying the Predator was still learning too. And not only the Predator, maybe the Predators were still coming across certain technology that they were still building.
Also, remember when the Predator first started taking out the other hunters, the infrared beams. So like she was taking notice of a lot of shit.
That's right.
From the get go, because I mean it's life or death out here in the forest.
We are talking about two individuals are trying to, well, not trying, but two hunters, the Predator and Nari. But after she ends up knocking his helmet off, this is where she sets her plan into motion. Setting the helmet up and pretty much making these goddamn trees turn into weapons. And this is where the Predator pretty much pissed off. You done took my goddamn helmet. Because remember when the brother knocked the helmet off, he immediately reaching for that shit like he lost his glasses. Oh shit, I can't see. Can't see with my helmet. I can't see.
I mean,
and he looking for that
shit. Like, what kind of face is that? Is it like
he a cheater? He uses that shit. That's what I'm saying. This nigga's a cheater. Like, oh shit, I need my helmet to help me fight. Everybody else using the environment around him, and that's what she is using.
Mm-hmm.
And she is definitely in full effect there. And this is where we get our full-on Predator versus fight. He's using everything, and she's using everything, especially the environment around her. But not only that, she's using his weapons against him. Early on, before she even using the helmet, she's using his shield, where she ends up chopping his goddamn arm off. And that really pisses him off. By the way, I gotta stop saying him. This might be a her Predator. And they never make reference to that, but I don't even jump into that like that.
Like when they first started production, I heard that it was supposed to be a woman Predator, but I don't know if they ever clarified.
I remember K-Dot actually saying that to me too. Shout out to K-Dot. He made reference to that, saying they think it was going to be a female Predator in this. Jonathan Eccleston, appreciate you coming through. What's going on? It was good. If you ain't watched it, it was good. I enjoyed it. What? No, I mean, this is her people. She was emotional.
That's what I was
They was
about to say.
dying. Nah,
If she would have never noticed the predator, he could have came and wiped out her whole camp like he did the Frenchman. Like
that's
you
your
gotta
problem,
remember.
Jonathan. Don't listen to that. Go watch it first. That's your problem. Don't listen to everybody who's talking because that's the woke conversations is what you listening to.
People trying to read too deep in it instead of just being
Yeah.
entertained. Shut up and be entertained. It's not like dumb entertainment either. Like I mean, it's
This man.
damn it.
Who is this? Man, how were you able to get through here? Shout out to Jonathan for coming through. By the way, I'm talking about this bot. Keep coming through.
I'm trying to figure that out because I know a lot of people I watch they have moderators.
Yeah, I ain't got to that point yet. We ain't got to that point. We ain't got to that point yet. Excuse me. But yes, after they get into their little duel of fight, it's pretty much a head-on-head collision, and the Predator is almost at some desperate moments because he ain't got no arm. He got one arm now. See that I had him chop off that one arm. But this is kind of leading into her moment, the setup. Because before she even get to this moment, she is jumping on this nigga neck, stabbing him or whatever, and she ends up leading him to a position where she's making him fall into the same quicksand that she had fell into early into the movie. Which I didn't even know she had took him back to that area
Yeah,
that she had been
I
in.
didn't realize that either. I was like, oh shit, okay, full circle.
And once again, for
Look
everybody
at
out
her.
here, how can she be the Predator? Look at everything she was doing. Tactical, environment.
She's nimble.
Not only that, it's the fact that not just her, but her brother, everybody else that was able to kind of fight with the Predator. Once again, this is the early stages. So this kind of the early stages is a Predator kind of learning too. But this take me back to Arnold Schwarzenegger and them. They wasn't technically trained as far as the way they was fighting. They was weapon trained. I don't even sure that they was able to like fight or do that type of maneuver they was doing as far as the Native American or Comanche. So they wasn't trained the way they was trained. For all those arguments out there as far as the whole woke thing, she's very believable as far as what she was able to do as far as fighting against the Predator. And like I said early on, y'all seen how he was doing against the bear. The nigga wasn't undefeatable.
Right.
But in these last moments is where she really gets into her tactical bag. And this is where the Predator is pretty much, after he's pretty much coming out of the quicksand. Because at first he's thinking this nigga gonna get sucked down. Nah, he's coming out. And this is where he gets into his desperate bag, pretty much trying to use his little weapon, cheating again. Not hand-to-hand combat like she doing, he cheating. But he's outsmarted because she has set the skull up where it's the aim vision pretty much aiming towards the back of his head, which he does not see.
Infrared to your head. She wasn't playing.
Shout out Pusha T. Yeah. Yes, man. And this is where she comes out on top. Yelling. I felt this scene too. I was yelling right with her. Ah, ah, ah! Yes, let's do this. Goddamn, I felt like Caesar. Goddamn Planet 8.
Man, you're stupid. We can't be talking about monkeys at a time right now.
What you, man, we ain't doing that now.
I'm
talking about movie wise.
I'm
I'm movie wise. Yeah, you know how they is out here, man. God damn, we about to get canceled. I done said it a couple times now. This ain't even uncut. We talking about a movie review. This ain't uncut. It'd be cool if it was uncut. Make sure y'all come through Friday live, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Uncut. It's our new episode this Friday. But yes, we got our final battle, and this is not just something that plays out. And I feel like y'all might be mad too, because Arnold, y'all be like, damn, Arnold had to go through some shit. This nigga was cut up. He was dragging himself. Even Danny Glover had to go through some shit. But she went through it too. She had lost everybody.
Man, first of all, she got her foot in a trap. She got
chased by a bear. Had to kill some Frenchmen.
Had to get out of some sinking mud.
Yes. She was learning along the way as far as leading up to this battle. She had learned so much along the way.
People just mad. Like, first of all, I 100% believe she could not beat him if she did not use his weapons against him. Yes, she could not do that. So
and he was cheating too.
Exactly.
And she didn't even technically cheat, but he was turning invisible.
She didn't cheat. She just turned his shit against him.
Yes. The prey became the prey. As far as the predator became the prey, and she became the hunter.
Hey.
But she came out of this moment, and this is where she comes back to the village, where she shows that she's beheaded this predator, similar to her brother beheading that lion.
Mm-hmm.
She's on top. Shout out to the predator blood too. I love the way they're able to do that. Film it. Neon green. But I had to make sure I put my dog down here because he was definitely tactical in her doing that. Once again, the same way the predator was using invincibility, she was using her dog because she wouldn't have been able to beat the predator without that dog.
Exactly. That's her hunting buddy. Boy, if they would have killed that dog, I would have been mad. And I was like, they're not killing this dog.
I would have been on my John Wick shit. Y'all ever seen the first John Wick? They kill a dog? Nah, no. They wasn't gonna do that.
Look, I be thinking about Aang from Last Airbender when they took Appa. That nigga went. He went ham on this. Like,
why you doing that, man?
Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this.
I mean to do that twice, but that was sad. You didn't have to do that, dude. Maybe I'm thinking about Old Yellow.
Right. He got him back. No, you might be thinking about Old Yellow. I'm talking about Last Airbender when they took his flying bison.
Oh shit, man! You talking about the nigga playing football?
Go to sleep.
The dog playing sports.
No.
The Last Airbender.
No.
Oh, my bad. You talking about? Yes. I'm thinking about what's the shit called with the dog playing? It's something similar.
Airbud.
Yeah. See.
Nigga,
Last Airbender, Airbud, Air.
No,
my bad. We're not doing that. We're talking about prey. Anyway, don't get on me, y'all either. She said the Last Airbender. I
thought you knew what I was talking about, sir.
But anyway, the dog came through for my girl, and she throws the head and lets them know she did this. She took out this alien. By the way, ain't nobody asking any questions. They're not sitting here like, what the fuck is this? This ain't no animal.
She protected the damn colony. That's what the fuck she.
I would have questions. After we done celebrating, making sure we turn up. I need to know what the hell is this? What is this?
I mean, yeah, she about to be ranking high up in this daggone colony because
she the chief.
She know about some shit that they don't know about.
The HBINC. But after this, like I said, this is the end. She had came on top. She defeated this female predator.
Whatever. It don't even matter. She defeated it.
No, I was just saying because we don't technically know if this is a male or female predator. But the reference as far as the gun, this is a callback to Predator 2 as far as Danny Glover. After he actually defeats a predator, the predators all come around. This is almost like this little battle or whatever, and noticing that Danny Glover has beat the predator, this is almost like his reward. And he gives him this old gun. Just so happened, this is the same gun that they come across as far as Nari.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the gun. Okay. Okay.
And it does make sense because
wink, nudge, nudge.
When Danny Glover come across this ship on the Predator, they got the alien sculler as far as some aliens, and this is way before we get Alien versus Predator, and they got all type of like old artifacts that they have came across as far as these predators. So you might be right as far as this whole connection as far as the French. They might have came across the French before they came across Nari's people or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, they do make a little Easter egg in here. And this is not like something that's thrown in there, like something like we got to make sure y'all know that these sequels out here, Predators or whatever, this made sense. And I actually enjoyed this little reference or whatever. So yeah, man, anything else to add on? Because I feel like you didn't enjoy this as much as I did, but I know this ain't your type of movies like you said.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only reason I didn't enjoy it as much as you did, because it's not my type of movie. But like I said, I wasn't bored. I was entertained.
Definitely entertained.
I cared about the people. I like the brother-sister dynamic. I like how they showed her strength without her having to be big and strong and like because people always like they think that they need this brute strength to achieve stuff, and it's like nah, you just need. And it wasn't like
he was tossing her ass around. He would. Tossing her ass.
Because if he would have just stuck the hand-to-hand combat, he literally could have ripped her apart. But he didn't. He
And that's
tried
another
to
thing
use
I loved about this
weapons
movie
and
as far as
shit.
the hand-to-hand combat. In previous Predator movies, all you get is this nigga tossing people, throwing them around like they got them dolls or action figures or whatever. But the hand-to-hand combat, the fighting choreograph in this movie, something I had never seen as far as Predator before, and that's why I almost put it in my favorite. But other than that, anything else you want to add on?
Nah, good movie.
I enjoyed this, and I probably got to go back and watch that 1987 just to see if this is my favorite one out of that one. Because the 1987 one with Arnold Schwarzenegger is my favorite one. But at this moment, I'm feeling like this is the one for me. I done watched this a couple times. This is my favorite right now. So I might have to go back and watch that one. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Is this y'all favorite out of the Predator franchise? Not including Alien versus Predator. No. This ain't Sanaa Lathan and the Predator running at the end. Nah. You ain't seen that one in DLC. you
No.
don't.
That's like I've never seen.
By the way, it's
Alien
PG-13 too. But anyway, yes.
But yeah, that's like I've never seen any other Alien movies neither.
We gotta get on this, man. We gotta get on
I
this.
mean, honestly,
We got
you
to
can.
get on this.
I've seen most of the first one, but based off of like horror movie,
I get
you know, shit.
And I got reviews of both of these on my page, the original Predator and the original Alien. But anyway, outside of that, y'all let me know, is this y'all favorite out of the franchise? Y'all let me know how y'all felt about Prey. Shout out to everybody that came through in the comments. Rillo, K-Dot, Jonathan, Ultraviolet. My bad if I'm forgetting anybody. I appreciate y'all coming through and checking us out. Other than that, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 600 subs. We are almost there. We are working on the 600 sub giveaway. Other than that, American Horror Stories this Thursday. Make sure y'all come check us out. Friday, Uncut Ish Talk. And of course, season finale of P Valley. We working on Note 2. I'm trying to get that
Did you finish
in.
it?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm doing it tonight. I didn't tell when we got done last night. I ain't finished nothing. I went to bed. I had to work. But I'm getting there. I'm finishing it tonight. I'm gonna start over from the beginning, by the way. So I'm gonna finish the whole movie. But other than that, make sure y'all come through and check us out this weekend. We will be on here, like I said, American Horror Stories, Uncut Ish Talk, and P Valley. Other than that, like I said, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. You're not subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitch if you're not following me. Other than that, we out.
Hey.